Jonathan Elias and Lisa Hughes. WBZ News at 11.
And the next round of snow is moving in now. By the end of the day, people will pick up several inches. It's going to be a slow evening commute.
A shooting at a convenience store in Everett. A clerk is hit in the chest. Police are now hunting for the gunman. And an artist who had a big gripe with the museum gets his revenge.
Live from our studios in Boston, WBZ News at Noon starts right now.
And now at noontime, a winter storm is once again filling the sky with flakes. This is a live look over Boston. Not that you can see much of the skyline because of the snow. The good news, no problems on the roadways right now. This is a live look from Mobile 4. And of course, we'll be monitoring the conditions of the highways throughout this afternoon. And a good afternoon to you. I'm David Wade. If it seems like we're getting whacked every other day, that's because we basically are. This is storm number 3 in 6 days. And we have live team coverage for you. WBZ meteorologist Danielle Niles is live in Natick. Michelle Roberts is in Quincy, but we start with Todd Gutner with the latest look at the forecast. Hey, Todd.
Good afternoon, David. Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, muscles are sore from all the shoveling that we've been doing lately. And here we go again with another storm system working in. A lot of energy out here to our west is spinning up a new area of low pressure, which will be developing over southern New England and then spinning up into the Gulf of Maine. And we're starting to get into some of the heavier snowfall right now. You can see it all working up from the south and filling in from the west. So light snow will turn to moderate snow, which will turn to, at times this afternoon and early evening, some more intense snow. You can see some darker shades in here, so some heavy snow bands for a couple of hours, and that'll lead to some accumulating snowfall and a very slow evening commute. There will also be some warmer air working in off of the water, and some rain will start to mix in down here in southeastern Mass. So we're only looking at a coating to a couple of inches in most spots. Boston, 2 to 3 inches. And as you travel northward, numbers go up a little bit, especially for southeastern New Hampshire and York County, Maine, as you cross over the bridge into York County and into the Pine Tree State. 3 to 5 inches, perhaps 6 inches up on the Maine coastline. We're going to go outside now into the snow, bring in Danielle Niles. She's live in Natick this afternoon. Good afternoon, Danielle.
Hi, Todd. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm live right along Route 9 in Natick across the street from Shoppers World. And kids, don't try this at home. I am atop about an 80-foot snowbank. I was told, okay, you're going to Route 9 next to a really big snowbank. This is literally the biggest snow pile I have ever seen in the parking lot here right next to Mass DOT. The roadways are fine. The snow has been picking up, though, just a little bit in the last half hour or so. Light snow that's coming down, but this pile, an indicator of this winter season where we've been hit with storm after storm. Where do you put the snow? A big pile like this. And the plows will be out later on this afternoon. I have to say, it's a pretty good vantage point up here. I can see Shoppers World. I can see across the street. I can see probably about 10 miles down the road. Although if you look off to the east just a little bit, visibility is reduced to a couple of miles. So snow coming down, the flakes kind of an average size, a little bit fluffy in terms of the consistency, where we're waiting on a few inches of snow here in Natick, Massachusetts. Traffic not all that busy either. I know it's school vacation week. I did step across the street to Shoppers World, and it's not super busy. The snow piles here, obviously, David, pretty large as we get our, like you said, third storm as of 6 days. And thankfully, at least this is not going to be a major one, more of just a nuisance type storm for many communities. Back into you.
Danielle, from up there, can you at least see spring if you look around? If you look off in the distance?
Yes, it's right over there. A couple months away.
Danielle, thank you. If you are one of those people who counts the days till spring, 30 days, then you are not thrilled at the prospect of lifting that shovel again. But on the plus side, it shouldn't be that bad a cleanup. WBC's Michelle Roberts is live for us in Quincy, where I know you've been speaking with some folks who are certainly fed up.
Yes, I am one of them. That is certainly right. Fed up with all of this snow. Right now I'm here in Quincy. It started snowing about a half an hour or so. It's not sticking to the roadways, which is the good news. It just seems to be blowing around. It is windy and cold out here. A lot of people bundled up as they're walking their dogs today. So again, the roads are looking okay right now. It's not really sticking to the road. This is Quincy Shore Drive. You can see everybody moving along really well. I did speak to MassDOT, and they say that there will be 700 pieces of equipment out today, and so hopefully that will help your evening commute, but plan accordingly. It could take a little longer. We're all feeling this winter fatigue, that's for sure, and a lot of people are just, they've had it.
When they plow these up and you can't get on the sidewalk, you get to the end of the sidewalk and there's a big drift at the end of the sidewalk and stuff. It's a little frustrating with that.
It looks pretty on the trees, but not on the, on the roads.
I like to build a snowman.
Well, the kids can play with the snowmen and be outside this week. Of course, they're not hoping for the snow day. They're home for vacation, which is always fun for them. And as for everybody else, we just have to kind of make it through these last couple of storms, hopefully the last couple of storms. And out here in Quincy, not so bad, but certainly be careful on your evening commute. David, back to you.
Soon enough, that clam restaurant across the street will be open again, Michelle.
Yeah,
Roberts.
exactly.
Thank you so much. Close call outside of Chicago as a car couldn't get through the snow and stalled on the tracks. An oncoming train couldn't stop, but fortunately everyone got out of the car and no one was hurt. So stay with WBZ for continuing coverage as we keep our eye on this latest storm. Check out our interactive radar, the latest travel conditions, or read our weather team's blog. It's all on our website right now, cbsboston.com. And again, Todd will be back with more in about 10 minutes. Now we want to get to a developing story out of the Everett. A convenience store clerk is recovering today after bullets went flying through his store last night, and now police are searching for the shooter. WBZ's Jim Smith is live in Everett, where the store owner is actually talking, Jim, about what happened.
Good afternoon, David. We understand from family members that the victim in this robbery and shooting will apparently survive, but he was badly wounded, rushed to Mass General Hospital. It's a crime that leaves relatives in this neighborhood shaken up. Police rushed to the scene about 9:30 Monday night. A violent armed robbery at the neighborhood convenience mart in Everett. A clerk in his 60s shot at least twice when he tried to fight back.
He tried to defend himself with a stick he had back there. As he was trying to defend himself, I guess that's when he brought the gun out and started shooting. And the other guy, he just knocked him out, the other clerk.
Store owner Mohammed Islam says the victim is his uncle, Moses Khan, who recently came here from Bangladesh.
He's so nice gentleman because he's so quiet. Everybody in the neighborhood like these people. I'm a little bit scared now, right now, you know. So I never saw like this, you know.
Makes you a little frightened?
Yeah.
Police came back to the store this morning seeking one more piece of evidence. A bullet that pierced the window and became lodged below. The wounded clerk was well known in the neighborhood. People say he was popular.
Have a nice day. They know you by name because you come in all the time, you know. And then when I ever seen this last night, and I seen outside, I knew it was here. And then I heard that, somebody was shot.
Back here live in Everett, the store, by the way, has now reopened. Police do have an important piece of evidence. We understand that there is good surveillance video of this robbery, so obviously investigators are going over that. By the way, another relative was also injured in this robbery. He was roughed up, but he will be okay. Police continuing their investigation. Live in Everett, Jim Smith, WBZ News. David, back to you.
All right, Jim, thank you. New at this noontime, a Worcester woman who killed a pregnant woman and then stole the baby will spend the rest of her life in prison. A judge has sentenced Julie Corey to life in prison, not eligible for parole. Last week, a jury convicted her of killing 23-year-old Darlene Haynes in 2009 and then taking the unborn baby. Police found her and her boyfriend with the baby at a homeless shelter days later. Well, right now, police are searching for a man who is attacking women in East Boston. 3 women mugged yesterday, and police say a man tried to push 2 women to the ground on Tremont Street, then tried to sexually assault them. Hours later, a woman was attacked at Knight Point on Chelsea Street. Police are asking residents to stay alert.
Just frightened because, I walk home by myself at night. You never know what's going to happen.
But I feel like, any neighborhood things can happen, and you always just need to be aware.
In all 3 of these attacks, victims say the attacker smelled of alcohol, was dressed in black, and had a medium build, possibly Hispanic. 2 of the victims say he had a mole or some type of mark on his left cheek. Well, for the first time since the Red Sox won the World Series, the entire team is now back together on the field. The whole team showed up for a team workout this morning in Fort Myers. Our own Dan Roach is down with the team and tweeting these photos. John Farrell addressing the players beforehand. Grady Sizemore talking hitting with Will Middlebrooks. The pitching coach, Juan Nieves, working with the younger pitchers as well. And Dan Roach will have a full report on the team coming up tonight on the WBZ News at 5 o'clock. Well, when we come back, a local college giving students a break, the tuition freeze that's going into effect. And turbulence so bad it knocked a baby out of a passenger's arms. Those people now speaking about their terrifying flight coming up. And as we head to break here, another look at the roadways. This is Route 24 in Taunton as Mobile 4 saddles up behind a salt truck. Of course, there's been a salt shortage, but they'll need it today. The storm is upon us. Todd's back with more in a couple of minutes as well.
Feeling trapped in your job? Longing for a new opportunity? With a big change in the job market, it may finally be time to break free.
The economy seems like it's turning around. They're seeing some of the positions come back. They haven't seen in a while.
Why this might be the right year to switch jobs. Tonight on WBZ News at 11.
You strung some sort of a line across the road. You're lucky you weren't riding in a convertible.
Judge Judy.
Today at 4 on WBZ-TV.
Hi folks, Pat Boone here. I want to tell you about Safe's walk-in tub. No other bathtub offers the range of benefits you get standard with this tub. As you enter, you barely have to lift your feet to get into the tub, then settle into the 17-inch high non-slip seat, turn on the water and air jets and feel those aches and pains drift away. Call 1-800-NEW-TUBS. Take advantage of this life-changing technology because you're worth it. This American-made tub features a less than 4-inch step-up, a wider door for easier and safer entry and exit, a handheld shower wand, easy-to-reach controls, and it comes in 3 colors. The Safe Step walk-in tub fits right into your existing tub space, so you can stay in the home you love, and it's backed by a lifetime warranty. So call now, ask about senior citizen discounts, great financing, and receive $750 off. Call 1-800-NEW-TUBS to schedule your free in-home consultation.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Chilton Furniture, now having their annual February sale. Freeport in Scarborough, Maine, and Chiltons.com. This portion of WBZ News is brought to you by BMW of Peabody.
Well, this is quite a story. Passengers saying that they went flying as their United plane hit severe turbulence. Passengers say the plane suddenly dropped as it was landing, sending crew members flying. And in fact, a baby fell out of a woman's arms, but is okay. 2 passengers and 3 crew members were hurt. One of them is in intensive care. It happened as the flight from Denver was landing in Montana. Passengers describe it as terrifying and say some people hit their heads on the ceiling of the plane.
I felt the plane kind of bank to the right a little bit, and then it felt like we got hit from the bottom. There was a guy in front of me, actually, who lifted up and hit the ceiling of the plane and came down on the other side on the way he crossed the aisle.
Right now, United Airlines says it is investigating what happened. And new at noon, a tuition break at Assumption College. The Worcester School promising not to raise tuition for incoming freshmen for 4 years. Administrators say this will save families more than $6,000. An artist so fed up he takes it out on the art. Coming up, the $1 million vase. Actually, with it that expensive, we should call it a vase that he could be paying for. Todd?
Tomato, right? Hey, bands of heavy snow moving up for the afternoon. It's going to make for a very slow evening commute, but after this snow, it's going to feel like spring later this week. The complete forecast is coming up.
Dr. Phil, a mother accused of murder. What will a polygraph reveal? The results were...
Oh my God. Today at 3 on WBZ.
CBS Tonight.
My favorite TV shows are on Tuesdays.
America's favorite agents,
Tony Danza, friend of the ladies,
are on the case.
It's really great work.
Just because I make it look easy doesn't mean it is.
CYNCIS is TV's #1 show.
I'm impressed.
Yep.
You're not going to believe this. Back to work.
I like to live dangerously. NCIS, CBS Tonight. Attraction Challenge is on.
The all-wheel drive Toyota Venza versus the worst winter driving surface AMCI testing can create. Ice. Traction test number 1, front wheels on ice. Traction test 2, rear wheels on ice. Now, all 4 wheels taking on 50 feet of ice. Result, Venza 3, ice 0. The winter-ready all-wheel drive Toyota Venza. Proof it's possible to have utility and style.
Being able to provide health insurance for my employees gives me great peace of mind, knowing that if something were to happen to them or one of their family members, they would be taken care of. I've chosen Neighborhood Health Plan because my employees find high-quality physicians, they like the care that they get, their customer service is absolutely superior, and it's very affordable for a small business.
Neighborhood Health Plan. Find your plan at nhp.org or call your broker.
Gentle Dental is the easy way to affordable family dental care. Our $57 new patient offer includes cleaning, x-ray, and exam. Compare and save on our low fees at all 26 Gentle Dentals with evening and Saturday hours. Gentle Dental, gentle on you and your wallet.
Eczema can just really put a damper on a lot of things. Constant itching and scratching. I'm not myself.
Introducing new Gold Bond Eczema Relief Cream. Used daily, it's proven to relieve 5 frustrating symptoms of eczema.
Gold Bond Eczema Relief really works.
Some are novices, some are triathletes, some ride for their family and friends, and some ride for themselves, but they all ride for a cause. Be a part of the fight against cancer at the 35th Pan Mass Challenge. 12 routes through 46 towns across Massachusetts. Join us in the effort to raise $40 million for research and patient care at the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. The Pan Mass Challenge, August 2nd and 3rd. For more information, go to cbsboston.com/PMC.
This portion of WBZ News is brought to you by Regan Ford of Haverhill.
Oh, he did more than touch. He dropped. A South Florida artist smashing $1 million vase at Miami's new art museum and could face jail time because of it. 51-year-old Maximo Cabanero got mad that the new museum didn't have any local art. So he picked up the $1 million vase by a Chinese dissident and smashed it. Again, he could face prison time. He actually says he's going to have a news conference to talk about why he did it. Some new video out today shows the dangers of driving drowsy. Take a look at a bus driver running off the road, crashing into trees and light poles. The camera goes black before the bus hits a building. Investigators in Idaho say the driver was negligent. One passenger suffered minor injuries. Live look right now from Mobile 4 out on Route 24 in Freetown, south of here, pretty far south of here. The roads could get slick by the time folks are heading home tonight. And Todd, what is the real tough time with this storm? Basically, right during the commute.
We're coming up on it.
Yeah.
You know, for the next, say, 3 hours,
Okay.
and then as you head up to about 4 or 5 o'clock in the Boston area, yeah, it's going to be coming down at a good clip. Roads will get snow covered. It's going to get very slippery, and any untreated surface out there, whether it's your sidewalk, your driveway, or the roads, going to get very slippery, and you got to be careful. All right, let's get to the radar with the storm system developing now to our south and about to move on up over southern New England into the Gulf of Maine. We're seeing these steadier bands work up from the south, and visibility down in Martha's Vineyard's down to a quarter mile with snow. Surface temperatures above 34 degrees, so it's not sticking very well, and it's about to change over very shortly, too, down here to some rain. But still, this is the sign of those heavy bands working up from the south. Light snow will turn into moderate snow very shortly in Boston, and is doing so in Metro West. Out here, there's a heavy snow band setting up. That's where we find Danielle Niles, who happens to be on the Mount Everest of snowbanks out in Natick right now. Let's bring Danielle Niles into the picture here. Danielle? There she is. Way
Hey,
up.
Todd, I have to say, just in the last couple of minutes, I am 80 feet up here, but I get a great view of what's going on. And just since we last talked, the snow has picked up in intensity. Route 9 is still wet, but the side street here, Shoppers World Drive, is now snow covered. And actually, just a couple of minutes ago, saw a car kind of slip sliding, just maybe going a little bit too fast because it is completely snow covered now with the coating of snow that's coming down. Moderate snow continues to fall. Visibility has been reduced a little bit more since we last talked, and the flakes are getting just a little bit bigger too, maybe an indication of some mid-level warming. So accumulation underway, Todd. What is the timing and the amounts for the rest of the day today?
We'll get into that. Danielle Niles on top of that snow pile, queen of the hill. Danielle, be very careful coming down. I don't know how you're going to do it, but please be careful as she waves goodbye. All right, let's get to this timeline that she was just talking about. We're going to have these heavier, steady snow bands continue through the next few hours. So 2 o'clock, you can see much of eastern Mass dealing with this moderate snow, all the way up through about 5 o'clock. And then it's going to shut down pretty abruptly as warmer air works up from the south and the storm system lifts on away. It'll actually continue to snow on the seacoast of New Hampshire and down in the York County, Maine coastline too, right on through the evening hours into the late evening before that stops. So we're looking at the highest amounts up in there. There could be 6 inches that comes in from, say, Portsmouth, or on over the bridge into Kittery, or out towards Old Orchard Beach in Maine, and back towards the New Hampshire border in Rochester, New Hampshire. Then as you get into the Merrimack Valley, 3 to 5 inches here. Northwestern suburbs of Boston, 3 to 5 inches up to the North Shore as well. In the city, we're looking at 2 to 3 inches of snow. Then as you go southward, we're coating to 2 inches. Keep in mind, this is going to mean for a very slippery evening commute. Not so much down here where the temperatures start to warm. We'll get above freezing, maybe get into some rain too. So we're just looking at wet roads, probably from about Route 44 southward. But you come northbound, everyone else is in a 2 here. Moderate impact for the evening commute. Snowy, slushy, messy, slippery with 3 to 5 inches of snow expected for most of the area. After the snow ends early this evening, we start clearing out. Temperatures drop into the lower 20s. So once again, be careful, refreezing. Any untreated surface, got to throw a little salt down on the front steps so that you're not slipping tomorrow morning. There'll be a little sunshine tomorrow morning with a temperature of 25, and then that fades away. And guess what? Another fast-moving system works in. Rain moves in for the midday and early afternoon. It may mix with some wet snowflakes, especially well north and west of the city, but I'm not looking at any accumulation at all. High temperatures between 35 and 40 degrees. There it is, another burst of rain tomorrow afternoon. Snow for the mountains and ski resorts. Good skiing weather continues. Thursday, quiet and milder in the 40s, and then we should be able to touch 50 on Friday with strong southerly winds out ahead of a potent cold front, which will sweep through late in the day with some gusty downpours. AccuWeather 7-day forecast. 34 this afternoon as the snow moves through. There'll be a few inches on the ground as you're commuting later on today, so again, please be careful. Tomorrow, rain moves in for the afternoon, mixing with some wet snowflakes, high temperature 39. Great day on Thursday. Mostly sunny, light wind, high 45. Into the 50s, it's going to feel like spring on Friday with some showers coming through. And the start of the weekend, still mild, but getting colder by Sunday. And back to the real cold stuff, David, for next week. So this is just a temporary break as we head to the second half of the week of spring.
At least we get a little melting done, right?
Yep.
All right, Todd, appreciate it. Thank you. Skiers and snowboarders in New Hampshire are now voicing their support for Olympic skier Bodie Miller. Now, Miller won the bronze on Sunday. Before the New Hampshire native started down the mountain, he looked up to the sky. And NBC reporter Christian Cooper asked him why. That's when Miller broke down in tears. You see, Miller's brother died suddenly last year. Well, today Miller is sticking up for the NBC reporter who brought him to tears, tweeting, "I appreciate everyone sticking up for me. Please be gentle with Christian Cooper. It was crazy, emotional, and not her fault."
To make a story interesting, you got to do what you got to do. People like to see like tough guys like Bodie Miller cry.
They really pushed him a little bit, but it's good to see him win it.
Miller is the oldest skier to medal in alpine skiing at the age of 36. And spoiler alert here, if you don't want to know the current medal standings, turn away for a few seconds. The Netherlands still leading the Olympic medal count with 20, followed closely by the U.S. and Russia, who are now tied with 19 medals. If your car needs a little more traction in the snow, we have tires that will not only give you more grip, but make you feel a little like James Bond. Here's a look at what's hot on our website, cbsboston.com right now.
Dan Roach is talking Red Sox on TV, on radio, online. Nobody gets you closer to the team than Dan Roach. Live at spring training all this week on WBZ. You're tough. You're rugged. You're a New Englander. You know how to handle winter. And so do we. Eric Fisher and the WBZ Accuweather team breaking down the storms with our new ice scale.
That gives us severe impact.
Taking you out into the elements with the only mobile lab.
This is where we're going to be seeing most of the snow stack up.
On TV, the radio, online, and on your cell. When winter's at its worst, we're here for you. WBZ Accuweather, your eye on winter storms.
Marvin windows and doors mean more to the people that choose them because they do more for their homes than any other window. Only Marvin combines a century of industry-leading design innovation with unmatched quality, durability, and energy efficiency for exceptional value. Which Marvin will be your Marvin?
From downtown to your town, Marvin has a solution that just fits.
To find the perfect solution for your next remodeling or replacement project, visit whymarvin.com and find a dealer near you. whymarvin.com.
You'll never forget that fun-filled day of sledding with the family, and neither will your vehicle's carpeting. Unless you have WeatherTech floor liners. WeatherTech liners are laser measured to custom fit and protect your specific make and model. Front, back, even up the sides. Dirt and spills stay in the liner until you wash them away. Order your WeatherTech floor liners at WeatherTech.com or call 1-800-CAR-MAX. Complete protection, completely American made. Order your WeatherTech protection today at WeatherTech.com.
Okay, 6 more visits and you'll have your new dentures.
6?
6.
How about 3?
6.
4?
6.
4.5?
6.
5?
6. Okay, hold it. Let's try something new.
Okay, Mrs. Tucker, your dentures will be ready this Friday. You can do that? We do that. No way. Yes way. No, yes. No. Yes, wow.
Aspen Dental is doing whatever it takes to give America a healthy mouth, like on-site denture labs for dentures in days, not weeks. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL because your mouth is our mission.
Live at Twin River Casino, legendary bands and world-renowned artists are headed to the Twin River Event Center. See rock country band Kevin Costner and Modern West on April 18th. Rock and roll legend Bret Michaels on May 9th. Rock sensation Huey Lewis and the News on July 18th. And Australian soft rock duo Air Supply on August 15th. Get your tickets today at Twin River or Ticketmaster. Twin River Casino. So much more, so close.
This portion of WBZ News is brought to you by the New England Home Show.
It is a dangerous infection that patients can get in the hospital. Coming up at 5, the new efforts to stop the spread of this infection before it starts. Plus, we take you to the 111th American International Toy Fair. Right now, more than 30,000 play professionals from all around the world are showing off their newest inventions for kids of all ages. And it's coming up the WBZ News at 5 o'clock. And finally, these are toys for adults. Tires that make you feel like you're in the Batmobile. They look like regular tires, but at the push of a button, studs shoot out from the rubber, allowing for better control in the snow. And then once spring comes, you hit the button again, and they go away just as quickly. I just want oil slick for the back of the car as well, right?
What was that? Spy Hunter.
Spy Hunter,
yes.
So snow now basically through 6 o'clock or so?
Through about 6 o'clock, yeah. Very slow on the roads going through the evening commute. Take it easy. A few inches expected, more off to the north of Boston. Okay. And then it's going to feel like spring the end of the week.
All right. Updates at cbsboston.com throughout the day. And, of course, back here for the newscast at 5 o'clock. We leave you with the mobile 4 pictures down in Fall River. Getting pretty bad there. Be careful and have a good one.